Hi students, I am Piyali Mukherjee from the Great India School, Raipur. Students of class 10th, already you have studied the first chapter, the chemicals, equation and balancing the equation and different types of chemical reactions. Now, the second chapter is acid, base and salt. Normally, acid means what? The compounds or the substances which are sure in taste. That means not you taste all the acid for tasted. Because some acids are poisonous in nature also. Acids contains H plus ion. So, according to Arrhenius concept, the compounds which when dissolved in water and gives H plus ion is an acid, or these H plus ion react with the water molecule and form H3O plus ion or hydronium ion. So, in another sentence you can say that the acid is the compound or the substances which when dissolved in water gives hydronium ion. Another term is base or substance is base. Base is just opposite of acid. Bases are the substances which take H plus ion when react with acid, or bases are the substances which contains OH minus ion. But all bases are not dissolved in water. Some bases are completely or properly dissolved in water are called alkali. Therefore, it is said that alkalis are base, but all bases are not alkalis. Sodium hydroxide NaOH is a alkali. KOH potassium hydroxide is an alkali. FeOH whole thrice is an alkali, but aluminium hydroxide AlOH whole thrice or zinc hydroxide ZnOH twice or OH whole thrice are not alkalis, they are base. So acids are classified first on the basis of sources from which it is obtained. Are two types. Organic acids are mild in nature, or which are produced by the organic compounds like acetic acid or vinegar or citric acid, tartaric acid, abscisic acid. These are all organic acids. And another is mineral acids or inorganic acids, hydrochloric acids, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, phosphoric acid, carbonic acid. These are all mineral acids which are obtained from the minerals. On the basis of the types of H plus ion or number of H plus ion removed per molecule, acids are three types. First, monobasic acids. Basic or basicity means number of H plus ion removed per molecule of the acids. When one H plus ion removed from the molecule, that is called monobasic acids. HCl, HNO3, hydrochloric acid or nitric acid are the example of monobasic acids. Second is dibasic acids. As the name di means two hydrogen plus ion removed per molecule of the acid molecule like H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Or tribasic acid, when three H plus ion removed from the one molecule of acid molecule like H3PO3, H3PO4 or H3PO3. This type of acids. On the basis of strength, number of H plus removed per molecule, that is called strength. This is not a number. The amount of H plus ion removed from the acid easily or slowly or readily. On the basis of this, strong acid and weak acids are the two types of acids are there. So, the classification of acids depends on different types of nature or different types of properties. The same way, alkalis or bases are also categorized on the basis of their acidity. Acidity means OH minus ion per molecule present or removed. When 1H plus ion, OH minus ion is there in the alkali or base, that is called monobase acidic base. NaOH, KOH like this. When 2OH minus ion present there in the one molecule of base, that is diacidic base like CaOH whole twice, MgOH whole twice. When 3OH minus ion present there in one molecule of base, that is called triacidic base. So this is two types of compounds. One is acid, other is base. When acid and base combine, then what form? Acid and base combine, then H plus ion from acid removed and OH minus ion from base is removed. So the remaining part combined there or attached there, that is formed salt. So the salt is the combination of the remaining part of acid and base after removing H plus ion and OH minus ion from acid and base respectively. So there are different types of salts also on the basis of their properties or the types of components or the atoms present. Normally, when one acid and base, acids are in taste and bases are just opposite, alkaline in nature, soapy in nature. So, when these are combined, you know that in a compound, the new compound which is formed, always having the different nature than their reactants. So, when acid and base combine, the salt which is formed having no property of acid or base, it is quite different. So, it is called neutral or nature or salt. That is the process which is by which the acid is formed is called neutralization. So, normally the common salts are neutral in nature. That means the salt doesn't contain any H plus or OH minus or acidic or basic behavior. First type of salt is as neutral salt. Second type of salt is called acidic salt. When one or two atoms of acid also present, totally H plus ion not removed from any salt, then that is called acidic salt. NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate, is the example of this type of acidic salt. Or next is basic salt. Basic salt means what? In which alkaline nature or basic behavior is present. Aluminium hydroxide is one of the example of the salt which contains basic behavior. Normally it is amphoteric in nature. We'll discuss in another chapter about the amphoteric nature. Amphoteric means you know that having the common properties, both properties acid or basic or two or more properties, opposite properties one contains by the same molecule. Other is double salt. Two or more salt when combined and the new compound is formed, that is called double salt. But when it dissolves in water, separated into different salt. Example, alum or Fitcari. Alum, the formula of the alum is L2SO4 whole thrice K2SO4 dot 24H2O. That means what? 24 water molecule of water of crystallization present in the aluminium and copper sulfate compound. Two types of salts are there. One is aluminium sulfate, other is copper sulfate. But after dissolving the water, copper sulfate and aluminium sulfates are separated. Another type of salt which looks like double salt but not actually is a double salt called complex salt. How it is different from the double salt? When double salt dissolve in water, it separates into their components or different salts. But when complex salt is dissolved in water, it gives two types of ions. One is positive ion or metallic ion, other is complex ion. So, complex salt is different from the double salt. In this way, there are different types of salts: common salt, acidic salt, basic salt, and complexometric salt, double salts, etc.